So hello and welcome to a video on the Garmin Instinct 2X. This is a massive battery life watch, and it's a watch that you might want to buy if you're looking for solar charging, quite literally unlimited battery life with this model. The only issue I guess with the Instinct 2X is that this Instinct series, the Instinct 2, has been out for quite a while now, and it wouldn't surprise me that by the time you see this video, the Instinct 3 is probably released. So is this watch still worth it? Let me tell you now. By far my favorite feature of this watch is the battery life. So with the Instinct 2X, you're going to get unlimited battery life, and especially if you're in a place with lots of sun and solar energy, you're not going to be worrying about that even with lots and lots of GPS use. You can kind of like run the battery flat. I have done that a few times. If you don't charge it, you live in the UK where there's not much sun and you're doing quite long duration GPS activities. But for most people, this is going to be a watch that you charge maybe every 4 months, like quite literally 4 months. You might get unlimited battery life, but for me, I was using all of the health tracking features. So I was tracking sleep, I had heart rate always on, it has like SpO2, oxygen tracking, and all of that good stuff, like your training readiness. And if you've got a sports watch on your wrist, you want to use it for sports. So I pushed all the battery life stuff to the side and just used it as you would any watch. And I was getting easily like a month plus battery life out of this. So yeah, really impressed with that. And if I left this on my windowsill, took it off my wrist and just pointed it towards the sun, I could come back an hour or two later and it would get like 5 to 10% of increased battery life. So you can just leave this out in the sun and it will charge itself up. So that's like #1 feature that's fantastic about this. Battery life solar charging is top notch and top of the industry. You won't find a watch better than this currently. Another thing I also loved about this Garmin Instinct 2X is you have got the flashlight. This is the tactical version, so you've got the green light here and you can have it bright white or green or whatever you fancy. So you can turn this all the way up to white, and yeah, now you've got the white flashlight on. Basically, this comes in really handy if you are camping out in the trails, your headlamp dies and you need to change the batteries, or if you just get up in the middle of the night and want to pop to the toilet without having to grab your phone, you can just pop your watch torch on. And again, the great thing about having a torch in your watch is that it leaves you completely hands-free. So whilst you've got your watch torch on, you can do whatever you need to do. As I said, changing headlamp batteries has been massive, and as we head into the UK winter, I can see myself using that feature a lot. Another really cool thing about the Garmin Instinct 2X is just the designs. So this is the tactical edition made for military personnel, but you don't have to be in the military to purchase this. It has a lovely Coyote tan color to it, and I just love this colorway and how it looks on the wrist. The blend of this kind of camouflage brown color with the black highlights is really cool. And if you get this tactical version, you're gonna get Jump Master and all of those military things. So if you're into skydiving or into shooting and you want ballistic modes, they're all going to be on here. So that's an advantage of getting the tactic model, which you can see written just on the back here. And whilst we're looking at the back here, that heart rate sensor has been fairly accurate. You're not going to get the Garmin Elevate 5 with all this ECG tracking that you will find on the Fenix 8, but to be honest, this is all you really need. And if you want accurate heart rate, rather than looking at proving your watch, you should probably just get a chest strap, and obviously then you'll get 100% accurate heart rate pretty much. But for most activities, running and cycling, hiking especially, that heart rate on the back of the Instinct 2X is going to be fantastic. I do find that all optical heart rate sensors do struggle with hiking poles. So if you're doing lots of hiking, skiing, or ultra running that requires you to use your poles and have lots of wrist flexion, yeah, you can forget about wrist heart rate. Another thing I really like about the Garmin Instinct 2 is this watch face. It has loads of data on it and it just looks really cool and tactical. Absolutely loving it. You can see the heart rate coming from my thumb there. If you're into your G-Shock or your rugged looking watches, this is definitely going to be the watch for you. Also, for those looking to navigate up in the mountains, it doesn't have topo maps like you will find on the Fenix 8, unfortunately, like full mapping on here. And if you want to see how good the maps are on the Fenix 8, check out the videos on my channel. But you can upload a full GPX file and follow your track from A to B with all the turnings and all the crosses that you need to do. You just won't be able to see any detail on that map, such as where the mountains, the lakes, the trees, and where all of those things are. You're just going to see a black line on the map that you've got to follow the track of. So this will get you by in any race. You could do a 100-mile ultra marathon if you wanted, or trek across America. You're just not going to get lots of topo navigation or map visuals that you will find on the Fenix 8, but this is definitely good enough. In terms of comfort, this is quite a big watch. It's around 50 millimeters, and I don't really like wearing big watches. I find the Chorus Vertix 2, which is what this watch is, too big for me. It's just uncomfortable. I press the buttons when I move my wrist and it's really uncomfortable to sleep in. Even with the silicone strap on this Instinct 2X, I found it super comfortable. It's a delight to sleep in, which is good because then you can track your sleeping data and collect more data. Yeah, it's just been a really comfortable watch despite the size and my tiny little wrists. I'd say it's not as comfortable as the Suunto Vertical, but it's hard to beat the Suunto Vertical in terms of battery life and comfort. They've really hit the nail on the head here, but yeah, I have no complaints about the durability or the comfort of the Instinct 2X. So to sum up my thoughts, it's should you buy the Instinct 2X? And I think if you can get it for a good price, a good deal, absolutely go for it, especially if you can find this Coyote tan model. It really does look the part. The watch is really comfortable, it's reliable, and you're gonna get all day, all year battery life potentially, really good GPS tracking, and just the build quality in general, the buttons, everything feels really well made on this watch, and that can be hard to find with some of Garmin's watches. Obviously not if you're looking at a £1,000 Fenix 8, but with the cheaper models, it's hard to get a really high quality, high build watch, and this is definitely it. And the prices that you can get this for now are unbelievable. So definitely check it out. Should you upgrade to the Instinct 3? I don't think you need to be honest. If you're just looking for accurate pace, GPS, heart rate tracking, and you don't mind having a flashlight on your watch, then this is going to tick all your boxes, save yourself some cash and get the Instinct 2X. If you do feel like this isn't quite the right watch for you and you're looking for more features, check out my Garmin Fenix 8 review or my Garmin Enduro review, which offers 320 GPS hours of battery life. So that's kind of the true upgrade from the Instinct 2X. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and peace out. Dreams are a step away. And remember, show compassion, show esteem, and have fun out there. Peace out.